this side of the Labour movement has to put the shoulder to the wheel and support the people that are committed to supporting us. The message is to the Labour front bench: unshackle our unions. Let us do the job that we were founded to do.
Without further ado, I will bring in Mick Lynch, the General Secretary of the RMT.
Sorry to take over the chair, but I'll make a brief contribution. Going back to the meeting, I'm glad Justin's here. I don't know who's spoken yet, but everybody bar me. So you'll know what he's promised you. So, but for us, there are key things that the Labour government that we're going to get, fully expect to get, and fully want as the RMT. There isn't another government we're going to get. We're either going to get this shower or your shower. Or the Labour government under Keir Starmer. And people have got to wake up to that, I'm afraid, in our movement. And people that are on the sidelines carping and bickering about it's not their favourite left-wing politician. Well, there's only one choice. You only get one X to put in one of the boxes. So you better make your minds up, and we better make sure that we do get an alternative government that's going to be the Labour Party. But what we need is the full fat package, the new deal for workers. It has to be undiluted, unfiltered, unstrained. We want the lot. And then we want another phase of it. It's all right doing it in your first 100 days, by the way. You can spend the next 100 days working on the next set of reforms when you've dealt with all the other problems. But I know we've had the conversations with the team. We've also had the conversations with the team currently in the transport portfolio. And we want the same there as well, because Labour policy is to put the railways into public ownership. It's to give us a policy, the new deal for workers, that we can all support. Of course it's not going to be perfect. Nothing's perfect. That's why they call it a struggle. It goes on and on. You have more iterations. But what we've had over the last 40 years is what they call reform, continuous attacks on our movement. And we can't have that anymore. We have to reset the whole thing. We would like you to put into statute the right to strike. We've never had the right to strike. We are indemnified from the consequences of breaking our contracts of employment, and that's still the case. And it was our union, I'm afraid to say, in was it 1901, the Taff Vale case, that brought all that upon you. But there we go, we've always been at the front. But what we're looking for, the issues we're looking for, we need sectoral bargaining, and I hope we're not going to hear this will be confined to the care sector as an experiment. We need sectoral bargaining right across the economy, in all of our industries. We used to have it right across. When I worked in construction, before they blacklisted me and sent me off to the railway, I could have been the General Secretary of Unite by then. We had sectoral bargaining. There was a national joint rules agreement. Hardly anyone was under bogus self-employment. We had it in every sector. And it looked after the people at the bottom, even agricultural workers, who we don't see hardly anything of anymore. Migrant labour almost exclusively, were covered by national sectoral bargaining. We need it right across the economy. That's what we want Labour to deliver. And you cannot be listening to all these people that are already lobbying the Labour Party. The outsourcers are lobbying the TUC. They're in now, in the TUC, in Congress House, meeting senior officials. They're in Parliament, meeting Labour politicians, in order to dilute this package. And we cannot allow that happen. We cannot allow the people that we trust, who are in this room and are going to be speaking to us this week, Angela and the whole team, to be forced out of their positions. Because I know that on the day after that election, there's a certain character from the House of Lords who's going to be dictating who might be in the cabinet. And we can't have that either. So the Labour movement, this side of the Labour movement, has to put the shoulder to the wheel and support the people that are committed to supporting us. And that's what we must do as a Labour movement, not get involved in petty arguments, work out which direction we're pushing in the interests of our class. And that's got to be behind Angela, the transport team, and all the teams that are coming out with good stuff now, so that the promises they make in opposition are the promises that are delivered when they get into Westminster and get hold of the levers of power. So the other thing that I want to concentrate on for the team, the Labour team, outsourcing. Outsourcing is undermining our class. When I started work in '78, everyone was insourced. The only people that were out were the genuinely self-employed. The carpenter, the bricklayer that went and priced their work, and you paid them for the work they did. We are going to a position where the majority of people, if we don't change this track, will be outsourced. Labour councils are doing it, Tory councils are doing it, mayors are doing it in the big cities. We're trying to force Mayor Khan to bring cleaning back in-house. He boasts about his bus driver father. He boasts about his background. His bus driver father was on the books with London Transport. Those equivalents now are outsourced to these privateers. They've lost their pension scheme, they've lost their terms and conditions. It's the same with the cleaners. So Labour in power, not just in Westminster, but in all the council houses, in all the town halls and all the mayoralities, have got to take responsibility for this biggest wave of insourcing and put our people back on the books for the clients, the hospitals, the education system, the transport system. They've all got to be brought back in-house, and they've all got to be given the same terms and conditions as the in-house staff. And I'll tell you this, outsourcing institutionalises racism in our big cities.
That's right.
Absolutely does. To put everyone on the same level. And that's what the Windrush generation were fighting for. Just come from that meeting. London Transport and British Rail had a lot of problems. But what they did do was give people from migrant labour, ethnic minority people, the chance to get on in their industries. If you start as a cleaner on London Underground now, or on National Rail, you've got no chance of ever moving up into the grades of being a guard, being in the ticket office, or becoming a driver. We're institutionalising difference and racism through our employment practices. So the message is to the Labour front bench, unshackle our unions. Let us do the job that we were founded to do, that you're part of the movement of. We can do it, but we need to be free to conduct our business in the way that we think it should be done, under our rules, not under repressive legislation. So let us be free, let us get on with the job, and let's rebuild the working class movement and rebuild our members' working class lives in our communities. Thank you very much.